As I reach the 2-year anniversary of my amputation, I find myself reflecting on those early days. They're surprisingly bittersweet. Why is that? Shouldn't they simply be bitter? I remember waking from amputation. Thankfully, the nerve block was doing its job, so I wasn't in pain. There was a lot going on, with getting moved from recovery to a hospital room, nurses checking my vitals, and hospital staff asking all sorts of questions, ranging from my pain level to what I wanted for lunch. It was a blur. Everything in my life felt like a mind-numbing blur. Amid it all, I heard a little voice.
Mama.
My little boy, 2 years old and too young to understand what was going on.
Love you, Mama.
I love you too. It was the first time he would see me without my foot. I made a point of being my usual perky self so that even if he was confused, he wouldn't be scared. Horsey, don't eat the cracker. No. Give it back. I wanted him to know that Mom was all right. I focused on him, trying to read his emotions so I'd know what to say to help him feel secure. It was the most comforting thing in the world to hold my little child. Later in the day, I got to see my 2 older kids and reassured them that I'm still me. I'm still their mom, even if I look different. After the hospital, I spent a couple weeks at a rehabilitation facility. The nights were long and dark as I was haunted by intense phantom pain. Sleepless nights were ruthlessly followed by non-stop days. Between frequent physical therapy and perpetual check-ins with nurses, life felt hectic. I missed my family and worried that my 2-year-old wouldn't understand why Mommy wasn't coming home. The highlight of each day was when my family came to visit. We'd go to the cafeteria, which had an ice cream machine, a popcorn maker, and a soda fountain. Kid paradise. Those junk food picnics felt special in a way that's hard to put into words. I think when you have a profound need, and then it's met, even if only fleetingly, it leaves a lasting impression. I know it sounds cheesy, but amid pain, I needed love. Not just to receive my family's love, but to give love. When I got out of rehab, I dove back into life and a giant beanbag. And for the record, I don't recommend restuffing beanbags, especially not right after amputation. Terrible idea. But I wanted to do something memorable with the kids, so I guess I succeeded. I just wanted to have fun with them, and it was fun while it lasted, even if the cleanup wasn't so fun. The following months were exquisitely difficult. A mistake at rehab had made the phantom limb pain worse than it should have been. I would go days without sleep because it's impossible to doze off when you're getting tasered by your dead foot. And then every morning I still had kids to take care of and other responsibilities. My first day home and we are potty training. The dogs are helping. I even ended up refinishing all our cabinets, hoping it'd help our house sell better when it was time to move, which ended up happening sooner than expected. I'll save that story for a different day. I was in pain, overwhelmed, and trying to take life 1 hour at a time because I couldn't handle even taking it a day at a time. Those were hard days, and yet there were profound glimmers of happiness. Somehow those moments were even sweeter than they should have been because of how much they contrasted with my challenges. Those moments were precious to me. They still are. I love every member of my family, but since my 2 older kids were at school all day and my husband's at work, it was my youngest who accompanied me on my journey post-amputation. Every other day, I had to be somewhere early in the morning, and that somewhere was unfortunately perched atop a steep hill. There was limited parking, so I ended up rolling about a mile each way in my wheelchair, even when I was in pain and hadn't slept the night before. But I didn't do it alone. Rain or shine, I had a little sunbeam following me around, letting out frequent exclamations of delight anytime he saw a pretty leaf or a cool rock. To him, the world was a wondrous place, full of incredible sights and sounds.
Water!
He shared that wonder with me, reminding me that such marvels hadn't stopped existing just because I'd started hurting. Sometimes we simply stop seeing. Intense pain can do that. Sometimes we all need a reminder to open our eyes in childlike wonder at the incredible world around us. Because it really is incredible when you stop to think about it. There's a special place in my heart for the little child who helped me through amputation. Because of his age, he was with me more than anyone else. He was there as a newborn when my foot was crippled. He was there, growing baby through many subsequent surgeries. I held that tiny baby close through many pain-filled nights and felt the healing power of our shared love. When he got bigger, he'd crawl down the stairs to the kitchen, then drag food up to me, as if he somehow knew how hard it was for me to reach the fridge. He'd insist on feeding me lettuce, piece by piece, the same way he insisted on cleaning the bathroom for me or picking up his sister's toys long before he learned to walk. As I approached amputation, we were inseparable. I took him with me to most of my appointments, because otherwise I never would have seen him, not with that many hours a day spent in doctor's offices. He could tell something was wrong and kept trying to fix the big owies on Mama's foot. He's never stopped trying to take care of Mommy, and even when he's grown, he'll never know just how much he helped me. He was a source of joy amid grief, a reason to get up in the morning, a reason to smile. Though he keeps getting older, despite my orders that he stop growing up so fast. In my heart of hearts, there is a moment frozen in time, preserved forever in my memory, of a little toddler lovingly helping his mother through the devastation of amputation. He was a light to me amid darkness. I challenge you to find yours. Your family situation may be completely different from mine. Even if you have kids at home, caring for them during your struggles may be more of a source of stress than solace for you. It's okay if what comforted me isn't what comforts you. But I'm convinced that if you look for it, you'll find something in your life that, like a star in the night, can provide beauty, light, and direction when you feel lost. Just like the pain of unmedicated childbirth is generally followed by a special, joyful moment. Many of our most difficult moments are bittersweet, as discouragement is accompanied by subtle glimmers of profound beauty, the courage of facing the unknown, the sheer grit and determination to keep going even in the face of hopeless, uncurable struggles, the kindness of a stranger who seems to intuitively know that you're having a hard day. Beauty comes in many forms. Find those moments and treasure them. Expand on them. Let them change who you are. Empathy and compassion are born of suffering, and so our pain isn't meaningless. In fact, it's transcendent. It's only in the blackest hours that we see the stars. Never forget that the sun will rise again. I'm Stephanina. If this story resonated with you, then you might like the story of the day before my amputation. And whatever you're going through, hang in there and trust in the hope of a brighter tomorrow, even if it feels impossible. Don't give up. I'm rooting for you.
Say bye.
Say bye, camera.